Happy 1 year to the I'm Doing Well podcast. That's right. We've been doing this for a year. Well, I've been doing it for a year. You don't talk alone in a room every week or most weeks. I know I've been bad. I've been really shitty the past couple weeks. But yeah, no, I think on December 21st, this podcast turned 1 year old. That is that is when the first episode went up. December 21st, 2020. Wow. And to think now we're in 2022. At the time I'm recording this, it's actually like 7:30 on January 1st, 2020. Oh my goodness. And yeah, no, I mean, I got a little busy. I got a little in my head a little bit at the end of last year, so this podcast kind of got a little spotty in terms of uploads go, but no, we made it. We made it. I haven't talked to you since this podcast turned 1 year old. And you see, I'm saying 1 year old, but isn't it weird? Isn't it 1 years old? But no, it's like in the documentation when they have 1 year old, but then they have the parentheses S at the end of year just to see if you need it, it's there. If you don't, disregard. But no, yeah, this podcast turned 1 year old just about a year ago. So thank you for listening. If you have been listening the whole time, if you've just started listening more recently, if you pop in and out, it's really appreciated. It's still wild that anyone would listen to this, but yeah, thank you. I don't know what else really to say to that. I'm going to keep doing this podcast. I don't know if that was ever in question. But yeah, even though it's funny, if you look at my Wilt series, that series I think there's 52 episodes of that. Or there's really not, because I think episodes like 12 through 14 don't actually exist. But yeah, it's always around like 50. When it looks like I just give up, huh? But no, I'm not doing that with this. I like doing this. I feel good about doing this, so I'm going to keep doing it. Someone doing drugs. No, I like it. I like the feeling it gives me. I enjoy it. I'm going to keep doing it. And it's like, you really should look inwardly and realize it's not in your best interest to keep doing that. And they're like, no, I like it. I'm going to keep doing it. And so, yeah, this is my drug. Talking to myself. Yeah. No, it's true. I am an insane person. It has been confirmed that I have gone crazy because I did it. I gave myself a haircut. No, I didn't. Well, kinda. I did cut my own hair on the dome of my head, but not all of it. Like, to get to this point, I paid someone, a hairstylist, a hairdresser. I paid her $25, to do this. But then I'm such an idiot. Yesterday, I looked in the mirror and I noticed I had like two little ears popping out. But I already have ears. But I meant like there were like little ears of hair popping out. I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't think those should be there. So I took it in my own hands, these scissors, and I went in there and I started cutting away chunks of my hair over there and over there. And right after I, cut about 3 chunks of hair out, I realized, oh, this is why we pay other people to do this. Because why am I doing, you know what I felt like? I felt like such an idiot. I felt like someone that, does their own research. That's what I felt like. I was like, no, I've had hair my whole life. We've been pretty close. I think I can do this. Well, what makes you a professional? Hair has always been on the top of my head. So, always been thinking about it. So I think I can actually cut my own hair. Nope, that's not what that means. I go in to get a haircut a few days ago, and I kind of like show a picture. I'm like, I'm kind of thinking this or whatever. She's like, yeah, that's cool. And then she cuts a little bit, and she's like, you want to go shorter? I was like, yeah, we can go a little shorter. She was like, oh, well, I haven't done layering yet. And I was like, I know I've been doing some squats, but there's not that much cake back there. And she's like, no, it's like you're not going to want to go shorter. I was like, do I not? She's like, no. I was like, okay. Well, this is why I'm paying you. But then I still, a couple days later, cut it myself. What am I doing? I think I truly lost my mind. That's the thing. As the year dwindled down, I turned, oh yeah, Also, since last time I talked to you, I turned 23 years old, which I don't know. I think it's like the combination of just like holidays and like a birthday. Yeah, I think it all combined, and I think I think I truly for 2 weeks just no like a week. I think a week I was like really just I went insane. I didn't. Did I? See, I was working on that music video. Thank you so much for watching it, by the ways. And that whole week, man, like every night, I was only really sleeping like 3 or 4 hours, and yeah, no, it just oh my god, the coldness, the sleep deprivation, it's all bad. But now we're back on track. You know, new year, new me. That's right. Well, how have I changed? Well, this morning I ate breakfast, and to you, you might be like, breakfast? What the fuck are you talking about? That's what we all do. No, I don't. No, if you know me, like food and I, we're not like tight. Like we hang out, you know, every day we do hang out, but it's not like it's nothing serious, okay? And I wouldn't even call it a fling. It's like we're in a group project in this class we have together. That's really all, we are. We were like our relationship is by circumstance and it's necessary, but I don't think either of us are really like our hearts are in it, you know? Sometimes, some days we're like, "Oh, this is great. Like we should hang out outside of this class." And other days, we're like, "Yeah, let's just what do we need to do today?" And then we'll move on. That's kind of the relationship I have with food. It's kind of just a necessity thing. But sometimes, we do have a lot of fun. So, like this cupcake. This cupcake, I don't know if I'll eat it because it's about 3 weeks old. Yeah. No, I got these cupcakes to like for this podcast. I just haven't been able to record an episode. But no, these cupcakes, they're nut free. And when I read that, I was like, oh, come on, man. And they're like, no, we're not doing that anymore. I was like, oh, I see what you did there. But yeah, no, nut free. I didn't know they were putting nut in cupcakes. Maybe that's why they taste so good. Because people go nuts for them. What do you think I mean? Oh my God. You are what you eat. If you put nuts in it, that's why people go nuts. Easy. Sicko. But no, I ate breakfast this morning. That's right. And it was a healthy breakfast. It was a hard boiled egg, which I just call boiled egg. I don't know what I don't bother with the hard part. You thought of it. I didn't. Yeah, I just leave the hard out of it. It just makes it more difficult. Get it? Because you took the hard part out. So it's easier, but it's just part of the. Okay. Yeah, I had a boiled egg and I had an English muffin. You split that into two and you spread some SpongeBob jelly on there, some jam, some grape jam. And yeah, I ate that. Had a cup of OJ. Hold the Bart. That's right. No Simpson on that one. And it was great. I did that, And you might be like, this, I don't get it. What do you mean? You don't usually eat breakfast? I don't think I do. It's weird. Growing up, people would always be like, I don't eat breakfast. And I always looked at them weird because in my house, it was standard. You eat breakfast. You take a break real fast, get some toast and milk in that system, some eggs too. That's how I got to be this big and strong. You don't just become the Indian Captain America. You don't just become Captain India by not eating these amazing, nutritious breakfasts. But then at school, yeah, people were like, I didn't eat breakfast. And then they go and eat like fucking chicken tenders and chocolate milk on a styrofoam tray. And you're like, what the fuck? Wait, how are you running a 650 mile? Meanwhile, I'm over there, 845 looking ass. And I'm like, God damn. See, it's because I'm the captain, because I'm Captain India. I'm only a subcontinent, you know? If I was like, Captain Europe, but then yeah, Captain America, he's just part of a continent. It doesn't make any sense. But America, he's juicing up. I know what he's doing. He doesn't just get that big overnight. Okay? Homie's a juicer. That's what you call people that use, right? I don't know. Steroids? But yeah, people were always growing up, they're like, I don't eat breakfast. And I thought they were weird. And then I grew up That's the thing. I matured, and I realized, oh yeah, yeah, no, we don't eat breakfast. No, and I feel like breakfast hasn't since I've started college. Breakfast hasn't been like on the forefront of eating or like meals. Actually, food in general. The thing is, I was a big fan of food when I was a freshman. And it wasn't even food really. It's inappropriate to call it food because I was a snacker. I would snack all the time. I wouldn't eat full meals. I got to the point where this is so weird. And I haven't really sat down to think about it yet. Um, but freshman year, I would kind of stop going to the DC because it just like made me anxious. I think like how many people were there, and there's like no good way to say this, but like by spring quarter, I was getting recognized a lot on campus because of like my YouTube videos, and so just like that many people being around, and also like the chance of getting recognized, and just having to talk to someone over a meal, I just didn't like want to do that. And so the entire spring quarter, I didn't eat in the DC. And I would eat stupid shit like Hot Pockets, pepperoni pizza Hot Pockets. In my serious UC Davis dorm tour video, this video, there's a scene where Hot Pockets boxes, fall out of the freezer. And it's like, oh, were you saving those for like a month? No, that was like a week, man. That was like, that was a normal like 3 days. I really didn't have to do, I think they were probably already in there. I don't think I was saving empty boxes. I think they were just there. And because of this, I wasn't eating like these hearty meals, these meals that would hold you over. They were just kind of like gross snacks to just give you a little bit of sustenance to keep going forward and do like a piece of homework. And so I was filling in these gaps that I was creating with just chips and cookies and Oreos and we had a tight thing. We had a great relationship freshman year, but then we had to break up. Doritos, Oreos, oh my god, Quaker oat bars. That would be my entire breakfast. Like three of those skinny, these skinny like peanut butter chocolate chip Quaker oat bars. Yeah, my like eating habits just went to the shitter when I started college, and I think I'm now, I'm trying to be purposefully, more healthy as I become an adult. There's things I'm realizing. I'm like trying to purposely become an adult because, and it's not like a bad thing. Like I've cared more a little bit about like fashion as I've talked about a little bit, and now I'm starting to care more about what I eat. I think that's also just because my body's been breaking down in front of my eyes. It's like I don't need to go into details, but like there's like aches and pains, and like you're just like, oh, this isn't how a 23-year-old body should be behaving. So I've like purposely tried to, be a functioning human. Like this morning, I worked out. I went on a walk for about 2 hours, got some sun. That's the thing. The entire last 3 months, and I would talk to people about this. And the one day of the week I would go out. I don't think maybe I didn't talk about this. I think I've joked around it, but for the past, the whole fall quarter, I only left my apartment like one day a week, Fridays. That's when I had my class in person. And then Saturdays were like a variable day. Like if I was doing something, it would be a Saturday. But then Sunday through Thursday, I think, 100% of the time, let's go 99, not stretch it. Um, yeah, 97% of the time from Sunday to Thursday, I would not leave this apartment and like this room. I would spend just a majority. What, 5 divided by 7? Is that like 83% or something? No, that doesn't seem right. What is 5 divided by 7? That should be a common fraction. 71.4. Fuck, I don't know why I don't know that. But yeah, like I would spend a good 3 quarters of my week just inside, and I think it was taking a toll. Like not getting sun, and then you tell people, those like Saturdays. Sometimes I would see someone, and I would tell them, I'm like, oh, this is great. They're like, I remember I went and got coffee with this friend of mine, and she was like, is the sun sun hitting you? I was like, oh no. I was like, it's fine. Because I don't get much of this anyways. We were sitting outside and it was just directly in my face. And I was like, oh no, this is actually amazing. It was, I was like overcompensating by blinding myself. I was like, this is optimal. I'm trying to like stock up on sunlight. I'm like a solar powered fucking car. I'm like, no, yeah, just shoot that straight in my face. And I'll just be able to power through for the next 6 days. Just solely off that. And I would tell these, people, few people that I would see, yeah, I don't really leave my apartment. And then they would, it would always happen. They do the thing where their eyes get a little wide and then they kind of like cringe. But it's a caring cringe. I love, I mean, it's such a nice cringe. You don't want anyone to cringe in front of you. But if someone is, you want it to be a caring cringe. But then anytime you ever notice that, anytime there is a caring cringe taking place right before your eyes, it's because you're fucking up pretty bad. And they're like, I care for you, but god damn, that shit is hard to listen to. You know? Another time this happened, and this is how much, new year, new me, I ate breakfast today. I don't usually eat like a lot on days, even so much that I went and on the last day of recording, or really the second to last day, the music video. I'm such an idiot. There shouldn't have been recording on that Monday. On Monday we recorded one last shot. It was me and the black turtleneck. I went out during my lunch break on Monday because I've been working full time the past 3 weeks. Yeah, I went out during my lunch break and Alex and I recorded that last black turtleneck shot. But the day before that was supposed to be the last day of recording, but I forgot. I forgot the black turtle. I was so good about props and outfits and stuff, and then I didn't get the black turtleneck. We both met. That was recorded at the Green. We both met at the Green. I get out of my car. I have the script. I have the sign that says Santa's fake, and I have my speaker. This thing. Carry this around everywhere because that would let you hear the music so you could sing over it, and then, makes it easy when you're making the video. I had everything. And he was like, cool, you want to just do it? And the weather was perfect. It was like nice and like cloudy-ish. I was like, cool, you ready? I was like, shit. I looked at the script one more time. I was like, I'm not wearing the right thing. And he was like, what do you want to do? I was like, can I just run back real quick? But we were on like such a tight schedule. Like it was really hour by hour. Like Alex was taking care of stuff in his life, and then like I was taking care of stuff in my life. But yeah, for those 3 days, it was Friday. Friday was all the Mandavi recording. From Friday to Sunday, it was just this music video I was working on. And yeah, I probably slept a total over those few days, like probably 5 or 6 hours. Goddamn. And then just the next 4 days, just editing. I was working, so like I would work 8 to 5, and then at 5 I would go, and then Alex and I would edit for like however long. I remember I think the last day was like 6 or 7 hours straight of editing. And then like, oh my god, like we messed up. You don't care about any of this, but we messed up, and we recorded on something called an anamorphic. I think that's what it's called, anamorphic lens, and it stretches you. So you have to squeeze it. And the reason it does that is so that when you letterbox it, or like it'll naturally letterbox it when you squish it, it gives you that cinematic effect, the black bars on the top and bottom. We edited the whole thing. And I mean, thank God this happened, but we edited the whole thing. I add captions. Alex is like, can I get a link to that? I'm like, oh yeah, on YouTube, right? He's like, yeah. I want to show it to my friend. And because he had a friend over the day before I was going to post it. He shows it to his friend and he's like, it's good. A little depressing, but the main concern is, why does Gauruv look so stretched? Alex is like, what are you talking about? It's like, doesn't he look a little stretched in that? Like he's a little long. I was like, well, I'm a tall glass of water. I just can't help it if I just look that long. Okay, fuck, gross. But then Alex, rechecked the dimensions, and we realized, oh yeah, we didn't stretch it by the right amount. I think we were scaling the Y by, I believe, 74 point, no, 75.19. We were supposed to be scaling the Y by 66.34. So the morning that it was going up, I had work. So I brought my um, work computer and my um, laptop over to his apartment. I gave him my laptop. He went through it, and then I kept working on my work computer. And then that's why it went up at like I think 2:35 p.m. It was supposed to go up at noon, and it's just like it took so long. And then we kept finding issues after we did that. Like we uploaded, I think it was by the time we were done, I uploaded that video I think 6 times. Because every time we are like, oh my god, wait, what is that? Because we would edit and it wouldn't look like there's a problem, and then we post on YouTube and we're like, why does the sky look like that? And we're like, oh my god, because we didn't. Yep, and then we have to go back and uploading it and then processing it, and it's in 4K, so that takes however long. But no, it was a great experience overall, and I'm glad 3 years in a row Christmas video. That's awesome. But I remember that last day of recording, December 19th, Sunday, my birthday. We went and saw Alex play ice hockey, which is the first time I've been to an ice hockey game. And I don't know if I sound like an idiot for saying this, but like Jesus Christ, it's cold in there. Like I know it's an ice rink, but goddamn, maybe put some like heaters pointing at the audience. Like it doesn't all have to be cold, okay? Just the fucking field or whatever you call it, the court. I don't know, but no, they just keep the whole thing as an ice box. I'm like, you guys, you don't have to do all. Okay, that's like not that we endorse SeaWorld over here, but like if you go to SeaWorld and they made the entire audience the splash zone, it's like no, just keep a designated area for that shit and leave us all alone, okay? Like if there are some hardcore ice hockey fans, let them be cold, okay? Have like a little ice box area for the hottest fans. Get it? Cold to say. Okay. There's not even a joke there. It's just okay. But leave us alone. Don't make us all freeze our asses off. But then after that, we got warmed up because went and got pho. I'd never eaten pho. This is my first time trying pho, and it's good. It's good. But I remember we sat down, and Kat asked me. She was like, "Oh, what do you usually eat like on your own?" I think Alex like getting something from the car, so Kat and I were just talking, and I was like, "Oh well, I don't really eat food." And she was like, What do you photosynthesize? What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Well, that's not that." I was like, "Actually, I don't, because I don't leave my house. I don't leave a room for 6 days a week, so I couldn't photosynthesize." But she's like, "No, what do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I don't really like eat much food. Like I eat like a meal a day." And I'm like right now we were eating the shrimp spring roll appetizer. I was like, "Yeah, no, the spring roll is the first thing I've eaten today." I think it was like 5 p.m. And then she hit me with those, the wide eyes, and then the caring cringe. She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, no, but it's fine." I'm like, I'm good. But no, I'm not. But I shouldn't do this. It's not healthy. So I'm trying to be more purposeful. And it's not because it's the new year. This is not a New Year's resolution. Okay, I don't like New Year's resolutions. I'm just, I don't know why I'm against them. I just think I don't like that it's like that you would need to wait for like a new year to be like, I'm gonna change. But it's just a coincidence, okay? What is this? It's just serendipity, okay? That's not how you use that word. But this is just happening. It happens to be New Year's Day, okay? The day that I woke up early, worked out, went on a walk, did the dishes, cleaned my entire apartment, recording this podcast, gonna record another video, then gonna edit 2 videos, then gonna call a friend. It's not, these extreme changes aren't happening because it's a new year. It's a Saturday of a long weekend. Okay, so I'm using this time to get back on track, because that's the thing. This next year, I really have a lot of things I want to do. I want to accomplish, And if I keep using my time the way I have for the past year, I will not accomplish these things. I really, I think it honestly, I have to just give in and admit that no, the fact that the new year was happening did actually force me to reflect. And it's the reason I kind of enacted all these changes overnight. Because yesterday, New Year's Eve, I thought about it and I never had this before, but the year was ending and I thought about this, 2021, and I realized, oh, I'm not proud of who I am. I'm not, I accomplished really cool things. Like I interviewed Gary May, and that's been like a thing I've been trying to do for like, or like a goal I've had for about 2 years. And, it finally happened. I've been able to do cool stuff at work. Um, but I haven't, it's, I don't like, who I am. And it's ironic because, well, it's not even that I don't like who I am. It's just I'm not proud of myself. I don't I don't like I don't like who I no, it is that. I don't like who I am today. And just like the things I think about and just yeah, I don't know. I'm not proud of myself. And I knew it was because of the way I carry myself in life, especially these past like 3, 4, 5 months. The second half of the year, I feel like I've been fucking up pretty hard. Um, and I guess your little window into that is my upload schedule. Um, that's really, I guess, where it comes through. I don't think I've been a responsible person. Um, and I think I've just like been off my game, and it's not the fault of anyone or anything but me. And I realize that. And yeah, not leaving my apartment for 5 or 6 days a week. Yeah, And then like I haven't like hung out like with anyone in like probably, like 4 months, right? I don't know. I mean, I have kind of, well, like, what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like some of you that listen to this, we did hang out, but I mean, so much, like, it's got to be like 95% of the time, like, I was spent entirely alone. And I realized, damn, man, like, interacting with other, like, human beings, it's such a big part of being human. And I haven't, like, been doing that. And it's weird because I lie to myself and I say, oh, I'm too busy. But no, you're not. I don't think you're ever too busy, which is interesting because I plan on actually making myself busier. And I know 1,000% these next 3 months will be busier than my last 3 months. But I need to like make time, to like do things that make me proud of myself. And it's ironic because my name is Gauruv. And I don't know if you know this, but Gauruv means pride. I think that's really funny. That's like, the Ball family. Like they all, LeVar Ball, they got Melo, Jello, and Zoe. They all have grown up to play in the NBA. Except, well, Jello's not in the NBA yet. He'll be there in the next year or so. He's in the G League. D League? I don't know what they call it now. But it's funny because it's like their last name is Ball. Like imagine if they weren't basketball players. I mean, they could also be doctors, I guess. But yeah, it's funny. This is a this is the first year, and I think that's why it's hitting me so much because this has never happened before. This is the first year where like the year has ended, and I'm like, oh, I'm not proud of myself. Like usually you can kind of hang a hat on a year and be like, well, I did enough good things for that to be a good year. I don't think I did. Not this past year. And it would be okay, right? If it was like a circumstantial thing. But no, everything is set up for me to succeed. I'm the one fucking up. And that's what's shitty. So I'm trying to fix the one thing that has been the problem these past few months, and that's me. So I'm working on it. But no, I look forward to the next year. I actually got very excited last night. I went to sleep. Well, I got in bed at 11:45 p.m. That's right. And then I started thinking about and it's crazy. I went to usually I go to sleep, 4 or 5 a.m. But like last night I got into bed at 11:49. 11:45. I think I sent my body into shock. I was like, what are you doing here? Are we just this isn't normal? What are we doing? But then I think once my body, like I actually kind of snoozed off for a little bit. But then I woke up at like 1 and my body was like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Nothing much. I thought weren't we just sleeping?" They're like, "No, no, I mean, oh, did you want to do that? I didn't usually don't do that at this time." Um, I'm like, "No, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm trying to like change things." And they're like, "Oh, okay, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna wake up at 8 a.m. I'm gonna have like a full day. I planned it. It's on this sticky note. I have my hour by hour planned. No, I want to go to sleep." And they're like, "Oh my God, so you're gonna have so much more time." I'm like, "Well, no, I mean, it's about the same amount of time. It's just I'm gonna be using it more wisely. I'm not gonna be taking crazy like 3 hour naps from like 6 to 9 p.m. and then stay up till like 4 a.m. I'm gonna try to just be a normal human from like 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And my body was like, "Wow, okay, that's exciting." So, I mean, here are a bunch of ideas now of what you can do with that time. And I'm like, "What?" And oh my God, I couldn't fall asleep until 3 a.m. I couldn't do it. I came up with so many ideas and I wrote them all down on my phone, like video ideas, um, just other ideas of like things to make. Um, but this is where you got to get a little smart or like a little, you know, yeah, you got to be smart because everyone has these random spurts of like, oh my God, there's so many things you can do, but you have to make sure you take it day by day. And this is where I think I fucked up last year. I had so many like big ideas or like big plans, and I was so focused on the big plan that I wasn't doing what I needed to do every single day. And so like all that shit's gonna fall through, you know? I got overwhelmed doing nothing. That's the thing. I kept thinking about the fucking big thing, and I would do nothing every day, pretty much. But yeah, it's what is it? It's a race. It's a war of attrition. All these things, every day you gotta just chip away at it, which is great because I have a tote and shit. That's right, Boy Scout over here. You see that? That's boom, boom. I can't point. I don't know. God, tells my got to invert everything in my brain, so I should point that way. Yes, boom. Eagle Scout. Yeah, I got my tote and shit. Maybe want to get out of here later. I can show you how sharp I am. I can maybe get you some wood that you can work away at. Okay, God damn it. Jesus Christ. The apartment that I live in, they were like, we're gonna cut internet access for a few days. And then I was like, oh, what? I'm not gonna have access to the internet? And I thought about it. I was like, no, that's probably for the better. So I don't say stupid shit like I just did. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. So yeah, I guess all in all, new year, new me. I mean, it's the hair. It's you know what? Actually, fuck it. Yeah, none of this is my fault. It's the long hair. The long hair's been fucking with me. I haven't had this length hair since like what? I think September. It was August September 2020. That's when things went to shit. Like for me mentally, end of September, like October last year. Like from there to that time this year, it's just been a slow burn. And then from like the beginning of October to like the end of the year, oh my God, fast burn. Oh, it's been oh terrible. But now we're turning the ship around, baby. So all aboard. Um, cause I got shit to do. I got plans. And if I'm fucking up with my time, I can't do my plans. I went on a walk today, like I said, right? And I saw a squirrel, and I don't know why, but like I immediately thought, I was like, would I ever want to be an animal? And at first, I didn't have an answer. I think I was leaning more towards no, of course not. But then I started really thinking about it. I was like, well, you got to think about which animal you would want to be. And because, our subject here, squirrel, um, was front and center, I was like, well, would I want to be a squirrel? And I thought, no, that's nuts. Man, man, how is this free? I don't know. I don't know. This is so, it's just that highbrow comedy, that humor that it just, oh my God. I just don't think other people are even scratching the surface of what I'm laying down here on a weekly basis, sometimes bi-weekly, actually more frequently it's been bi-weekly, but wow. I mean, wow. No, I mean, the main reason I wouldn't want to be a squirrel is because these cupcakes don't have nuts in them anymore. So it's like I wouldn't really. I enjoy these cupcakes. It wouldn't really be my speed, and so I wouldn't elect to do that. But then it got me thinking more, and I was like, I don't think I would want to be an animal. But there are times I realize this. I'm like, wait, no, there are times I have actually been like, I think it'd be nice to be an animal right now. And you're probably like, what do you mean? Well, when I drop stuff in the pit in a car, between the armrest and the chair, that pit. Sometimes I wish, hey, you know what? What if I was just like a sloth? And I could just take those long ass nails and go, whoo, Or not, probably not that fast. If I was a sloth, I'd be more like, then I hook it. This is me hooking the keys. And I lift it. But then I dropped it. So it's just so I got to go back down. Get the keys again. Then I hook it. And then I drop it again. But yeah, I mean, you get the point. You get where I was trying to get to. Or maybe like a cat. Cats, they always get in weird places because they don't have a skeleton. That's correct. Don't fact check that. But sometimes, you ever feel stressed? Like really stressed. And then you see a dog. Like, have you ever felt really stressed and you see a golden retriever? The worst feeling. The worst feeling. Because it's sitting there, You're full of all this stress, all these problems that were created because, humans decided this is how we're going to do things. Bullshit, I tell you, bullshit. But then you look at this golden retriever, he's just always smiling. And you're like, shut up, shut up. Why? Wipe that shit off your face, man. Why are you so happy? You look dumb right now. You are really not with the shits right now, okay? You're really killing the vibe. Read the room, okay, bud? Betty White just fucking died. And here you are, tongue out, just, hey, have some sense, okay? Maybe show an ounce of decorum, okay? Fucking, what's your name, buddy? Oh, of course it is. Okay, yeah. God, what do they fucking make you at a buddy factory? Jeez, can you play oh, look at you bouncing on your nose. Yep, fucking basketball player. But yeah, no. Golden retrievers fucking piss me off sometimes, I got all these assignments, all these things to do, My knee's hurting for no reason, well, because I sit in a chair for 6 days a week. And I just look at this this dude over here smiling. He doesn't know any of this shit's going down. By the way, rest in peace, Betty White. But I was thinking about it. Is this fucked up? No, it's not fucked up because it's real, right? One of the first thoughts I had when I read that Betty White had passed away. I don't know if you know this, but I think they were like, I hope I'm getting this right. They were gonna throw this big like event, I think, on Betty White's 100th birthday, which is later this month. And one of the first thoughts I had was, I mean, everyone's devastated. This is a loss of a great human in the world, but there has to be some executive out there, right? That's like, God damn it. Betty, why didn't you hold on just for a few more weeks? Could have had this event. Could have made so many profits, you know? Could have ran so many fucking ads. But no, you had to fucking... Oh, New Year's Eve, huh? Wasn't it a big enough day? You had to make it about you, you know? I know there's some executive out there that's like, you know, he like sends out a message and he's like, rest in peace, rest in power. Betty, we will always remember you. But then he gets off his computer and he's like, damn it! I was going to meet Beyonce. She was going to sing at this fucking thing. I even promised my kids I was going to get a pic with Queen Bee, take it home, put it on the fridge, and they would be like, Dad, you're so cool. But no, now I can't do that anymore. Because Betty wanted New Year's Eve to be all about her. Okay. But I mean, that's what's up in this world, right? Money. I don't know. I can't tell if that's like... I don't think... That's not a dark thought, right? Like, I was like... Initially, I was like, oh, that's kind of dark. But I was like, no, that's not dark. I think that's just like the world we've created. Everything's like has a, kind of a price tag. And I'm like, oh, you know? That day, if it was a product, it can't get sold anymore, you know? Because the key component that would have made it work, it's rest in peace. So, but that's, you know, I'm a product of the system. What can I say? It's society that's taught me to think this way. It's not me. I'm a good person. I keep telling myself. No. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. I'm surprised you even stopped to listen to this one. Been gone forever. And if you even made it this far, I look forward to a great year online. That's right, online. Whether it's this podcast, whether it's the main channel, whether it's on someone else's channel. I look forward to a year of making cool stuff. And hopefully, in 364 days, I can say that I was proud of what I've done for the past 26 fortnights. Please let Fortnite be 2 weeks. If it's 3 weeks, I'm gonna look like such a goddamn idiot right now. Oh my god. Shit. I really hope that's right. Oh my god. Anyways, once again. Oh, the candle fell off. Happy birthday to I'm Doing Well. And I'll talk at you next week. Okay? Happy New Year and bye.